Teachers, are you struggling to teach your students reading? Parents, are your children becoming unenthused readers? If you feel this way, then the Literacy Collaborative Reading Program is definitely for you. I'm a second grade teacher and I do feel this way. Please tell me more about the Literacy Collaborative Program.
Great question. The Literacy Collaborative is a school-wide reform model that relies primarily on the one-on-one coaching of teachers as a lever for improving student literacy learning. It builds on 30 years of research and development grounded in the reading theories of Marie Clay and elaborated by the authors of your textbook, Fontes and Pinnell.
I've never heard of this. When was this program developed?
Development of the Literacy Collaborative Program began back in 1986 at Ohio State University with a series of teacher study groups, and formal primary literacy coach training began in 1993. Training at the district level for literacy coach training began in 1996 at both the Ohio State University and Lesley University. Training, research, and development continues at the university training sites to refine both the understanding of children's literacy acquisition as well as development and the implementation of effective teacher professional development programs. For more information on the Literacy Collaborative Reading Program history, you can visit literacycollaborative.org.
Who best benefits from this program?
The Literacy Collaborative Reading Program targets two different audiences: the professionals who work with students, such as teachers, principals, and any school personnel involved with literacy instruction, and more importantly, it benefits the students. Since there are two different audiences this program is directed towards, there are also two different objectives for the program. Professionally, the goal is for dynamic, long-term professional development. At the student level, the goal is to raise the level of literacy achievement in elementary schools.
This program sounds great, but what materials does it require?
We will provide your school with sufficient materials and supplies to support literacy instruction, which includes
a school book room that houses an extensive collection of leveled books for guided reading. You will also have a rich collection of children's literature within your very own classroom. It also includes things like leveled readers, tools for phonemic awareness for your reader's workshop, and a variety of writer's workshop materials.
With these materials, you will be armed to implement the 6 core components that form the Literacy Collaborative Framework. The components are interactive read aloud, shared reading, guided reading, interactive writing, writing workshop, and word study.
How do I know this really works? I want to be confident in knowing that I'm implementing an effective program in my classroom.
I'm glad you asked that question because there's plenty of research out there that reflects the positive impact of this reading program. According to a recent study included in the Elementary School Journal, children who participated in the Literacy Collaborative Program after the first year of implementation made 16% larger learning gains than observed during the previous year without the program. In the second year, they learned 28% more than the first year, and by the third year, their learning increased to 32%. What's more is that students were found to have maintained their growth through the summer break. Another study that provided a multi-year analysis of achievement in literacy collaborative schools found that fewer students had scores in the lowest percentile and that more students were in the highest percentile.
I work in a high-poverty school that's vulnerable to underachievement in most of my students in literacy. Do you think this program will work for them?
Absolutely. In fact, there was a study that compared literacy reform models in high-poverty schools, and it was found that students improved in both reading and writing.
So what are you waiting for? Researchers have found that implementation of the Literacy Collaborative Reading Program has had positive results in many different situations. Let's listen to what some teachers who have implemented LC have to say about the program.
I started using this program 2 years ago, and I see a drastic improvement in my students and their literacy. They are so happy, and so am I.
With the LC program, I've noticed my students have improved in all areas, including fluency, text comprehension, vocabulary development, phonemic awareness, and phonics.
I love how this program has provided me with the training to allow my students to read independently. I have been able to utilize gradual release effectively.
What more motivation do you need? If you still need some, then listen to what these kids have to say.
Using LC worked for me. Using LC works for me. LC worked for me.
If you order this program now, you'll receive a special incentive offer online. No more frustrated teachers, students, or parents. Order now.